Welcome back to another show and tell video. Today we're just looking at a couple of pocket knives that were acquired at different centuries. If we look at it, this is from the late 20th century and this is from the early 21st century. So this was acquired during the 1980s and this was acquired actually, I believe, in 2020. So let's take a look here. We'll set this one aside first and focus on this one. So what we have here, I'll bring it a little closer, is a FROST CUTLERY custom designed butterfly knife titled the Ninja 3. So I believe at the time FROST CUTLERY had offered butterfly knives with a different option of shape of blade and material of handle and length of handle and length of blade. So there'll be variations in the pattern of the blade, the length of the blade, the material pattern for say of the handle as well as the length of the handle. Here we have 5 holes drilled for lightening and to assist in grip. So I do not recall if there was any instruction material with the knife. I don't think so. And it's just basically a cardboard box, and it seems to have held up quite well. I've had this in storage in a desk and kind of forgotten about it on purpose, and it's held up quite well due to lack of handling. The knife itself, though, has had a lot of use and has shown some wear and tear, and we'll go over my observations over the past 30 plus years of having this one particular item. So before acquiring an item, please check your own local restrictions because they do vary quite a bit from locality to locality on not necessarily purchasing, but or even owning, but actually being in possession of, let's say, when in public. So we'll just leave it at that. So the main function of a butterfly knife is there is a kind of a, I guess, wing flapping similar motion, perhaps, when flamboyantly opening it, or just the aspect of the way this varies from a normal pocket knife design as we know it today. For example, I have a folder here that will fold open where the blade is stored inside the handle and then would lock in place through some sort of spring and locking groove and latch mechanisms. So in this case, if I could find it, I'm looking through the camera, which makes it a little difficult. This one has, as by indication on the grip surface put into there, if you were to, of course, find a matching locking bar per se on this side and manipulate that slightly there to move the locking tab out of the locking groove in the back of the blade, then it will move freely and move back into place. So that's kind of a folder knife design. But going back to the butterfly knife, we have 2 hinge points, one for each connecting point at the handle. We have a locking tab, which basically by friction locks into there positionally to keep the handles from opening. What I have noticed, I'll address that right now, with the difference in materials, with this being brass, which has taken on a nice oxidation finish over time, and the strength differences between of the materials. I found that the brass is soft and subject to deformation and wear, so this has been tightened a little bit over time, several times, and you can see back also here there is material missing from where the, I guess, centering bar point has cut into the handles on both sides. So looking back now, in hindsight, I should have gotten probably a stainless steel handle similar to this one, and that might have possibly prevented less wear and tear. But it is a nice looking finish nonetheless. So we go ahead and open it. I'm not going to flick it around. You see how these would then lock back into here. And the shape of the blade provides a little bit of a crossbar thumb shelf area. We have a unsharpened back, taper point, and then sharpened edge with an unsharpened base here. This one has been sharpened many times, and this one is 440 stainless, made in Japan. Let's see where the track area is where the blade would recess in the handle, and like this. So I found just a very simple motions. You can manipulate the knife. So I have had a lot of practice. There's all sorts of really fancy little tricks you can do, but it's all for show. The main thing about it was basically the convenience of storing the knife in a much shorter dimensional package. So if we move on from the Ninja to the modern acquisition, this is from a company called Rite EDGE. Essentially, it does have, you can tell the difference in when this was made. Not a lot of warnings on here at all. To now our nanny states, where we have to have legalese on everything, where it even has to tell us to wash hands after handling. Really? Okay. So this was actually quite cheap. It's more of a novelty item versus this, which is an actual functioning blade. This is actually a spoon. So we can play Knifee Spoonee. But if it says wash hands after handling, how safe is this actually to eat with? Thus why I call it a novelty item. So, and you can definitely see there's definitely differences in the level of machining. In fact, I'm not even sure if this is really steel or not. I'm looking for my magnet. I recently upturned the container that had the magnet, so unfortunately I don't know where one is at the moment. I might have some looking for some magnetite. Nope. Of course, whenever I need something, I can. Oh no, I do believe I found some. It's quite dusty though. So these are some. Okay. Oh, look at that! Prove me wrong. It is steel. Okay. I was starting to think this thing was aluminum, but nope, it's it's hard steel. Well, soft steel, mild steel. Alright, so let's revisit the markings on this thing. This is obviously stainless in China versus this is stainless in Japan. Brass non-magnetic. Very magnetic blade, of course. 440 steel versus mystery steel that you have to wash your hands after handling. So we'll just move these fascinating magnetic materials off to the side. And it was just a quick show and tell video of two butterfly pattern instruments. Again, the Ninja 3 from Frost Cutlery and the Spoon from Rite EDGE. So feel free to check out our other show and tell videos on a variety of specific objects. We also do unboxing videos as well as curios for the curious, looks at more artsy type objects, as well as book review media reviews. Feel free to like and subscribe, and thanks for watching. See you next time.